Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer. We are doing alright. The area we actually have to control to win the game looks like this, and then all the stuff we have now. So it looks like we have less than half of the territory, but remember, this doesn't actually represent this many dudes, this many different factions, and we can get some of them to turn to our favor and stuff. I think we're doing well. And we've eliminated most of our external threats. We're gonna have some internal threats for a while as we try to get control over these areas, driving down the corruption and stuff. But I'm confident that we're gonna get it. So, how much movement do you have? You're out of movement. Okay. And what we're just as a refresher, our quests are get a defensive alliance with Nordland, attack Kislev a bunch, win a battle that doesn't even give me the thing I'm trying to get. It's a real bummer. Deploy a battle wizard in Southern Oblast. We have a battle wizard over here who had been deployed here for a different thing. And then we also have to defeat 5 armies or garrisons belonging to the Greenskin tribes, which is, I mean, functionally, that's unlikely to happen. Alright, well, one problem at a time, I suppose. Alright, we gotta rescue Marienburg. That's my... Oh, yeah, fix that for sure. My number one concern is rescuing Marienburg. We're close, but unfortunately the fact that we're close probably just means that they're going to attack soon. They'll probably attack the turn before we would get in range. That's what I would do. Chill out, build as many siege towers and stuff as you can, and then the moment before it could become a problem, take it over. Although, I guess there's something to be said for the fact that they will absolutely for certain lose that army. If they don't run. Alright, Western Sylvania is about to pop. Can I can demoralize them. I can try to assassinate one of their heroes. Modifying the leadership of their army by -5. What is their army's composition? Okay, trolls have notoriously bad leadership in the first place. But a lot of these units don't really have leadership problems. I think I'm going to go for an assassination. This is the one with the best chance? Yeah, alright. Critical failure! Oh no, our hero's been wounded in the attempt. Well, this is bad. We're gonna... Marienburg is gonna get got, I think. Mammoths are terrifying. They have 10,000 health. Yeah, the city's very meager garrison. Sorry, I want this. Some halberds. I mean, they have halberds. Halberds are probably okay against mammoths. I bet the city's gonna fall. Well, we'll take it back, but that's bad. That means that we're gonna lose some income. Alright, let's handle this nonsense.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Wow, that is a bad army. Those guys got numerous. I was a little concerned at how tall that stack was getting, but these are real bad troops. Okay. And now we know West Sylvania is about to go too, so can we march? We can march to Eschen. We're going to have to end all of our turns in settlements for a little while until we can get the corruption under control. Alright. We could, at this point... I'm gonna take Dwellers Below cooldown reduction. With Arcane Conduit, and then also he has that... he has an item that does the same thing. We should be able to actually have enough Winds of Magic to cast the spell twice now. It'll probably use all of it, but that's fine. Oh, I should absolutely be leveling up the gold mine. The gold mine gains 300 income at each level, and the upgrade cost is actually pretty low. And our Castellan Engineer is in the region too, so that's making it even lower. Okay, what are we going to do with all this money? I guess let's hold on to it for a moment until we know how Marienburg resolves. So we know, we know for a fact that we will have enough to rebuild from whatever damage is done. Oh wow, Norden and Ehrengrad fell to Wintertooth. That's pretty bad. That's one of the more dangerous Norscan tribes.
Thy Sigma's will come in peace.
Oh, it actually worked. Awesome. Actually, double awesome. Because not only does that move our quest forward, but that's going to have an effect on Middenland as well. Because they like Nordland, so our treaties with Nordland will have an effect on them.
Surely an agreement will be reached. But
Should I give him another gift?
I will listen, but my time is short.
We do have some money right now. Oof. Yeah, I'm going to do this. If I can just get to the point where I can get a non-aggression pact with Todbringer, I'm sure that we can get things figured out. Norscan activity in the Sea of Claws increases almost daily. In order to prove his credentials, Karl Franz needs to respond, first by strengthening his forces, so get a Hellstorm rocket battery in Karl Franz's army. That actually is a thing that I'm excited about doing. That is no problem at all. Okay, we have to deploy. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, chaos. And this is a Norscan tribe. You know what? I was kind of counting on Kislev and the northeastern Empire provinces to deal with chaos. They often will just defeat the first wave of chaos guys by themselves. But I haven't played a game as one of the southern empires since the Norska patch. So the powered up Norscan tribes may actually make that a lot less likely. Alright, well we can't deploy until next turn, so... And where's our third army? It's in the Moot. Okay, it's the only reason that public order is okay in the Moot, so I'll let them sit for another turn or two. Grenstadt has walls. We might need a public order building. Although we're at -8 corruption. We're at -8 public order from corruption, and we're dealing with the corruption. How is it? Okay, it's trending towards 0. Fantastic. So yeah, let's just increase our trade value instead. Okay, you guys are... Alright, they're positive on public order. Good. And corruption is trending upward, not downward. How expensive is a shrine to Sigmar? It's pretty expensive. Yeah. Alright, I'd like to build one, but we'll figure it out in a minute here. Alright, let's see. Let's see if they are smart enough to attack Marienburg now. I can't imagine that they let it sit. But fingers crossed, everybody. Oh, our Witch Hunter. I should be moving the Witch Hunter up toward Chaos. He could definitely interfere with their push. Okay, that Wintertooth army just lost, it looked like. Yes, absolutely. Fantastic. Okay. We do not have time to fight Todbringer right now. We kind of need him to get on side. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to hold Marienburg against a mammoth and all this stuff. And they've had... I don't get to see it on this screen, but they've had a lot of time, so I'm sure they have siege towers and rams and stuff. Although, honestly, if I was them, I would just build siege towers and let the mammoth be the ram. Yeah. Are they going to burn it? God, I hope they don't raise it. Please just sack it. Oh, no, they're taking it over. Right, yeah, of course they are. That's the smart thing to do. Right, Castle Tempelhof is being raided by new rebels. We didn't do the quest. This is not my concern. Ooh, we finally leveled up enough to get our Tempelhof Luminarch. I'm curious to see exactly how a Luminarch works. And we're gaining a bunch of followers for some reason. Okay, well this sucks. Obviously, we will trivially defeat them. Let's take back Marienburg. Oh, all the way down to level 2, man. Alright. Let's start getting those defensive structures up. Now that the Norskins know they can take Marienburg, it's gonna have to be really properly defended. I'm glad we saved our money. So where's that witch hunter?
I trust no man. Judgment is dead.
Yes! Assassinated. Completely assassinated. Maximum assassination. Okay, at this point, let's go ahead and finish up Misdirector. Block army is powerful. It is very often the case that the AI makes choices based on whether or not they think they'll be able to get away from you. And if you can throw some block army into the mix, you can really screw that up for them. Oh, that's right. We were kitting out for maximum steam tanks. We've got to be pretty close to those, right? If only we could get our stuff under control a little bit. Ah, this happens sometimes when you execute captives a lot. That is a real bummer.
Onwards.
The diplomatic cost of pardoning captives of races that everybody hates are too high not to go for the executes, but there is a cost to always being an executioner. All right, so what's the story with our neighbors? Essen doesn't care for us, or Ostermark rather. Carrick-Cadron... Oh, Carrick-Cadron is showing kind of an unhappy face, but they're actually pretty positive on us. They really like that we attacked the vampire counts.
Make your proposal.
I wonder...
My long beard.
Really? Your counteroffer is that you will pay me for a trade agreement? That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. Can we also get non-aggression? No. But the trade agreement, the fact that we now have a trade agreement, you can see treaties with Carrick-Cadron is plus 15, so that'll get us the non-aggression pact, no problem. I can't believe they paid us for that. That's awesome. We do need to get... I need to get Waldenhof leveled up as soon as it is available. We actually do have the population. Because we need proper walls. The threat is going to be from the north for the rest of the game. All of our northern wall settlements. Also, what is the story with corruption here? We're trending toward about 18%. That's not so bad. You'll never be able to completely root out the corruption from a place like this. The local populace is like half vampires, and we can at least keep it under control. Alright, so next turn we'll move Karl Franz back to Eilhart, and then we'll recruit Hellstorm Rocket Battery. And we should probably look toward getting some of these quest battles done. Oh, our battle wizard, right. We moved him here, but he couldn't deploy. Now he can deploy. Okay. And the Amulet of Seagold battle doesn't look like it should be too difficult. And it'll give us 3,000 money, which I think is something we need pretty badly at this point. Alright, so are we all... Yes, we're all doing stuff. Castellan engineer Volkmar the Grim is going to stay right where he is for a moment. But it looks like we're going to have to step up and handle the north to some degree. Because there's a ton of Norskin armies running around, and the Chaos Forces are doing pretty well. Oh boy. The Norskins just wiped out all of those stacks. But Todbringer was able to push in. He's got a lot of dudes on the scene. What? No, absolutely not. I don't know what your deal is, but I am not involved in it. Okay, Bretonia's doing well. Ostland has been obliterated. That's not that great. And we did it. We deployed a wizard. Gelt's contact reports that the recent storms are almost certainly due to the activities of a chaos host, rumored to be attempting the conjuration of the mighty dragon ogre Shaggoth, Kolek Suneater, the so-called Herald of the Tempest, somewhere high in the southernmost tip of the World's Edge Mountains. Gelt persuades the Emperor that this represents a threat to the Empire, and sets off at the head of an army to intervene. Another quest battle in the middle of the quest line. I feel like a lot of the other factions just have battles at the end of their quest lines. Well, this is scary, man. This is a lot of Chaos Warriors. As you can see, Chaos Warriors have 100 armor. Chosen with halberds, chosen with great weapons. 4 units of Chaos Knights. Jeez. Okay, Gelt's army's not ready for this. Isn't Gelt's army still largely swordsmen?
You summon me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to rebuild his army entirely before we're ready for that. Make him better against armor. That's okay. We have a lot of income. We can support a large, more dangerous army. It's just a matter of actually getting it done. This push from Chaos honestly has come at almost the worst possible time. Oh, we can have steam tanks now. Okay, well, we need one of these. I'm glad you agree. A Hellblaster volley gun is like a machine gun that shoots armor-piercing bullets. It's hard for me to imagine that it's wrong to hire one of these. And then I'm gonna get a steam tank, right? 2 steam tanks? I'm gonna start hiring 2 steam tanks. And then we can also get that light wizard and put it in his army. Yeah, man. We should probably not have this much artillery in one army, actually. Well, these guys aren't actually artillery. I think. I don't actually know. We'll probably have to fire the mortar. And if we're going to fire the mortar, we may as well do it now.
Is it time?
Cut our army upkeep a little bit. We need that light wizard to come home and be in someone's army. I don't think it's unreasonable for it to be his. We could put him in... No, actually, I don't want to put him in Gelt's army. Gelt's army is using its magic pretty thoroughly. Yeah, we'll just have you fall back to here. And then the Witch Hunter needs to start heading north.
March on the witches.
He needs to intervene in this conflict up here. So Talabheim still has the Brass Keep. They still are... Hochland still has the Brass Keep. They've lost their natural capital. But they pushed south and took something else. Yeah, I can't imagine Ostermark is long for this world. Look at all the chaos, dude. Alright, well... This is real bad.
What?
Alright, we're in pretty good shape, though. I think I'm going to do the Amulet of Seagold quest.
Now?
So we have to step outside. Actually, we probably can't afford it. Yeah. Alright, next turn. Next turn I will do this quest battle. Okay, the mood's getting under control. I want to push that public order number nice and high before they leave. Alright, and in a couple of turns we'll get some bonus cash from completing the quest to recruit the Hellstorm rocket battery. So... our southwest and soon east borders are all going to be pressed up against friendlies. So really all we have to worry about is this stuff happening in the north. Also would like a proper military alliance. I don't think that there's any benefit to that for me. I'm definitely not doing it with you. I don't know what your deal is. He might go to war with the border princes or with the elves or something at any moment. Alright, how's Marienburg coming along? Slowly. 2 turns we'll have another slot open. Oh, we're having corruption problems, right? Because the Chaos dudes being in here drove up the Chaos corruption. Alright, well we'll have to deal with that. Marienburg's 3rd slot might have to be a public order building or something. We could put up a shrine, but I'm not sure that it would solve the problem quickly enough. Alright, let's do this now before I forget and spend all my money. I think this was another reinforcements expected battle, but the force that they're showing us here is not very scary, especially against a Hellstorm rocket battery. It should be able to get some real damage in on the Graveguard before they can close to melee. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I want to do with this army. If we're gonna be fighting Chaos Warriors, we probably want to drop the crossbows, replace them with handgunners.
Curse the gods! This is the wrong location. I can already feel the absence of the amulet. And yet we cannot retreat. The retainers of Marbad, once ally of Sigmar and wielder of Ulfshard, stir in their tombs. We could leave this mess for Todbringer to clear up. After all, this is his province, but alas, Franz would not thank me. Ready your weapons, followers. We need to put down these unliving servants of Marbad once and for all.
I love the fact that his military strategy is mostly driven by whether or not Karl Franz is going to give him a pat on the head afterward. All right, what is the range on our siege weapons? Okay, we don't have to move them up. They're capable of doing the thing right here, right now. So let's just move people out sort of to the side so that we're 100% sure we're not blocking the rocket battery. You gotta hit him in the head, he says. Yeah, that's a pretty good strat. So we'll put our ranged units sort of at the front of the deployment area. Oh. It's like this. There we go. And then we'll just get ready to move up as they close. I'm assuming that we're going to get hit from the sides or something. That's very often seems to be what happens with these. So we'll put the halberds out to the sides of the ranged to discourage flanking maneuvers from the little bit of cavalry that they have. And then I'm just going to put my melee right behind the ranged. And we can move up through them as range closes. And honestly, the wizards and stuff can just sit up here. We're in another situation where Gelt is maybe useful as a scout because we don't have a lot of ranged enemies or anything, but we do have a vampire who might have spells. So I maybe don't want Gelt to be too far forward. But for right now, he can chill here. Oh, I should specify targets. Where's the Graveguard? Yeah, try to focus on the Graveguard. Where's the other unit of Graveguard? Alright. And now I guess we just get to do our thing. The thing we do at the beginning of every battle, where we just watch the artillery fire rain down for a bit before anything serious happens. Okay, the mortar's getting there. Oh, look at how densely the enemies are packed. I feel like I haven't really used siege weaponry very much with the other races. This is great. This is very much the thing I want. Yep, and here comes the normal ranged fire. Yeah, there's not going to be anything left of this one unit of Graveguard by the time they get to us. Okay, these guys are close enough for spellcasting now, so let's get Dwellers Below, because it seems to have been pretty good in the past. What am I worried about? Black Knights. Alright, let's try to cast this in front of the Cairn Wraiths. And I'll hit this. Get some power recharge, because we're going to need it. And then Gelt has just enough to drop some Golden Hounds as well. I'll put those, like, here. So we'll get some good damage on these zombies and stuff walking through, but I'm hoping we can hit Leopold Harkon a little bit as well. Okay. In fact, he's fleeing. He is desperately fleeing. Yeah, wow, that does really good damage. Holy crap, that's good damage. Alright, let's retarget the rocket battery. Just kind of fire into the mass of them, right? Like, there's another unit of Graveguard back there, and that's a concern. The mortars are doing a terrible job of targeting them. Yeah, mortars just fire into the bodies. We'll handle it. Okay, so they got their cavalry trying to sweep around us. They have 2 units of cavalry. They're behaving pretty much the way I was expecting them to behave. And we're not ready to do this for another 11. Yeah, I guess just keep shooting. Cairn Wraiths completely wiped out. Graveguard completely wiped out. Alright, the time has come. Alright, we'll defeat those guys easily enough, I imagine. I'm going to actually have the Outriders move so that they don't get charged. But I think we're coming to the point where it's time for the melee to start moving up here. I'm going to let our melee forces engage with the hero before riding like one of our melee specialists out to hit him in the back. So these guys are the handgunners. I'd like to not move in front of them. They're the best shots. Let's do this. The great swords. The unit of Graveguard's way in the back. Okay, I want to match my great swords against the Graveguard if possible. Alright, so we'll move out in front of these guys. Alright, the knights are engaging. Seems like a good time to move these guys up and shoot them in the back. Oh, cryptic doors have swung open and more undead are pouring forth. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Something tells me we'll be alright. And so we've got enough winds of magic back to Dwellers Below, which we totally will do. It's going to be 17, and we just popped a thing, so I think we can afford to cast with Gelt. And still have it. Yeah, we'll just drop it like here. This will be good. We don't need rally yet. Everybody's doing pretty well on leadership. Alright, this guy's engaged, so let's get Rickard out there to assist. He's losing decisively to our swordsman, though, so I suspect it's not going to be a big deal. I had hoped I was clear about not getting directly into combat, but these guys don't seem to care what their orders were. Gunter. Yeah. I don't think we need to buff his melee attack just yet. We'll hold on to that. Here come the metal shards. Pretty good damage. Alright. Go forth. Engage this fool. So what exactly do we have coming in? Is this stuff I need to be afraid of? Bunch of zombies and... Nope, nothing I'm worried about. And over here... Also a bunch of really bad units. Okay. Then I think I'm just going to take advantage of this gathering up here. And we're going to drop the dwellers on them. Alright, you guys are getting totally routed. How's the other cavalry fight going? Pretty well. Pretty well. Although now there's some spearmen involved. Try to make sure that doesn't... Try to make sure those spears don't get into our guys too much. Alright, well, this was remarkably easy. It's making me think that maybe I'm overly cautious about the other quest battle. I mean, Chaos Warriors, though, are pretty scary. Spell is doing some fine damage. These poor Graveguard cannot find an angle. Oh! Oh, errant mortar fire. Let's turn the mortars. Let's turn the mortars. You guys could be, yeah, shooting into these skeletons. Yeah, Hellstorm batteries may as well turn over here as well. Well, man, the camera really spins. Yeah, let's do some of this. Okay. I assume that things are going to get... Ooh, Jesus. Yeah, I didn't change the Hellstorm rocket orders quickly enough. Alright, go over there, ride into them. Let's get some Earthblood out here, a little bit of healing. Get him. Don't let him get away. Although they'll actually, never mind. They're undead. They're just going to fall apart. Yep, some okay work is being done over here. It seems like the trees are a little bit of a problem. But, let's have the crossbows reform. I can't actually tell. Are they going to try to go around the burial mound, or what's their deal? Oh, the rocket battery's out of rockets. Well, you guys have done some fine work here. All right, let's try to move our units back in such a way that they do not present a target, because I would really like these guys to channel down between these burial mounds. We will, however, leave the cavalry where they are, because we might want to do like a sweep around from behind kind of thing. Let's move a couple of units over here into readiness positions. But honestly, there's a pretty good chance that none of these guys are going to make it to us. Yeah, this is this is in fact not going to be necessary, this extra melee attack. Yeah, Jesus, look at the just the brutality of it, man. They just fall apart. They fall apart in the face of our attack. All right, the mortar actually still has a lot of ammo left. Let's... I don't know. Don't run. Don't run. You got plenty of time. It's all good. Just take it slow. Move these guys up. Get ready to do a little side push thing. But yeah, this is basically over. I think we can probably fast forward this. I'm assuming there must be another phase, right? Like, this can't be it. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'll move some actual combat units up to support. Yeah, look at this. We're okay. Let's play this at normal speed. Actually, we should probably use some spells, huh? We definitely have the Winds of Magic. So that's just a bunch of skeleton warriors. This is maybe overkill, considering. Yeah, maybe I should be saving. Let's not cast any more spells, I guess. Let's save up just in case there actually is another wave coming, because it does seem odd that this would be the end of the battle, right? It's a very, very strange ending composition. Just like a couple of waves of very slow-moving enemies. And here come the dwellers. Okay, and that problem is solved.
Outriders! Avoiding combat! Yes, General! Missiles at the ready! Finish! By Gal Maraz! Yes, General! Our weapons are yours! Halberdiers!
My lord is under attack. What? No, he's not. Lies. My lord has almost never been less under attack than he is right now. Let's just go ahead and make sure nobody dies.
Swordsman!
What are you guys doing? Get in there.
For France! Reichsguard Knights!
Yeah. I don't know that I don't know that I've ever seen such a poorly matched force in this game. Really bizarre. Yeah, sure. Go down there and hit a couple of them. There's still a group of zombies coming. Alright, ranged units. Try to handle that, would you? If even one of those zombies makes it over here, I'm holding you personally responsible. Yeah, they're falling apart just... They're disintegrating just due to how poorly the battle is going in other places. Okay, is there more, or what's... Well, the battle's not ending. No, okay. What a weird battle to have a small number of zombies show up from opposite edges of the map halfway through, like... Very strange. And the Hellstorm rocket battery only managed 171 kills this battle. That's embarrassing. You know how much we're paying those guys? Alright. That's pretty good loot. Alright, so 3,000 more for the treasury. As the last echoes of battle dwindle and the silence descends upon the tomb once more, Gelt searches for any sign of the magical amulet. Grave goods there are aplenty, but the amulet is not among them, and even the most rapacious looter amongst the surviving men is strangely reluctant to so much as lay a finger on any of the treasures piled amid the ancient bones. His metallic voice betraying nothing of the frustration he feels. The Supreme Patriarch gives orders to investigate the lead in Estalia, so we gotta go to Magrita, which unfortunately is super far away. Okay. -5 leadership when fighting against the undead. You know, he's seen them in action and he's impressed by them. He's gained a grudging respect. I don't think it's going to be a big issue. We've killed pretty much all of the undead. Alright, well, who is even in a position to do this? I think this might be like a hire a new hero type moment. Actually, what about that guy who got wounded? He's available in 2 turns. Yeah, we'll just have him do it. When he respawns, we'll do it. Okay, so next turn we have some movement on that quest. Alright, where's my witch hunter?
Will be judged.
Hey, go judge this guy.
I accuse. I trust no man.
Man, he's really rocking the critical successes. Boy, those Chaos Forces are getting awfully deep in our territory.
Sheesh.
I'm sorry, did you say sheesh? That's not very chaosy. Yeah, we're going to have to send the Emperor to deal with this.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire this day.
Okay. They're rapidly improving. There's a chance they would confederate with us? Really? Military access would be very helpful, Toddbringer. We'll come back and try again next turn. The fact that he feels okay confederating with us makes me a little bit nervous, but he does have some decent armies. It looks like they repelled the attackers at Salzenmund, but they're rebuilding. They're getting ready to come around for another go. I'm definitely not taking over Nordland. But if Toddbringer would confederate, this is something we should consider.
To see fellow sons of the Empire this day.
But maybe not right this second. Oh, our guy is leveling up. Okay, we made him a restorer. Is there... Minus attrition is fine, I guess. We could increase the replenishment of our parent army even more, but I think at this point he should start getting better at fighting. So melee attack, leadership, the size of his leadership aura. Ooh, that's a pretty nice skill. Give himself significant damage resistance. Wait Wait, really? If we barred his warhorse, he's going to lose 1,800 health? Look at that. That can't be right. Take that. Did that actually happen? No, he's fine. I think it must have been comparing his health to, like, not having the horse. It's going to unequip the horse he was already on. Alright, we should definitely... Sure, this is not great. It only affects flying units nearby, but there's no reason to have the slot be empty, I suppose. We can give him the speculum.
The winds blow strong.
What is this guy gonna do? That's right, he was running back to Karl Franz. Karl Franz's army does not currently have a wizard, I believe. So, yeah, which is we have all these winds of magic, but we're not using them. Marienburg is still a ways off of getting improved again.
By the Heldenhammer.
We might want to run Volkmar to somewhere where he can support. I guess the question is, do we want to try to come up through Ostermark's land behind the Chaos Dudes, or do we want to just try to meet them over here? We should probably move him toward... Let's move him toward the capital. We'll come at them from that side. So we can go to Workbad for now.
Blessings of Sigmar upon you.
This will keep them from coming in and trying to burn down Stirland. Alright, so we probably just want to hold on to some money. I don't even know what I want to do with this building slot. We don't really need anything, honestly. We could build stables. I wouldn't be able to make demigryph knights here, but then the capital's capable of producing almost all of our possible troops. Yeah, I guess that's sensible. We'll have to get our demigryphs elsewhere.
Now,
Oh, hey, and we're not bleeding from attrition. Cool. Let's go to Fort Obersteyr.
I am ready.
We'll get the enhanced replenishment rate from being in the settlement. We're actually gaining approval now. Okay, the Moot is losing approval, but only because of corruption, and corruption's coming down pretty fast. I think we might have stabilized our lands. What's going on here? We're -6 from corruption, but corruption's trending towards 0 quickly. Yeah. Okay, I think we're actually in a pretty good place. Oh, we should do this. We should get all of our building slots unlocked. But I do want to make sure I have enough money to upgrade Marienburg's buildings as soon as they're available. Yeah, it should be fine. Let's cap the population here. And honestly, we're so surrounded by friendlies, I don't know that we need to build extra walls back here. Is there anything I can build here that will help us grow or anything? Not really. I should do this when I have the chance. The Cannon Foundry is cool. In fact, it would have been good to do before hiring these guys. Well, I'm not going to reverse the muster. Alright, I think things are going okay. The chaos... I'm worried. I'm worried about chaos in Norska. This combined push is a lot scarier than it has been in previous games, due to Norska no longer being a total joke. Yeah, this worries me. But I think, internally, we're pretty set.
Welcome, oldest friend.
We've settled most of our internal problems, and we've killed a lot of our external problems off as well. It's just a matter of the big battle to the north. So we did this, 1,500 treasury for us. Whilst he prepares his forces, the Emperor dispatches a trusted lieutenant to scout the route and keep him informed of developments. So somebody needs to go to Salzenmund. Well, I guess that can be the job for the witch hunter. He can't quite interact with any of these chaos forces.
March on the witches.
Yeah, I just want you to get back home as quickly as possible. The roads are actually, like, pretty inconvenient in their positioning. The fact that there's no road north of Kemperbad just leading across is a real bummer.
I'll find the servant.
I think it'll be faster for us to come down to the road. And you need one more turn of mustering to get the steam tanks, which I'm very excited about. Alright. This does reduce upkeep for all of our artillery, so we should still make it. And Nuln is, like, impregnable at this point. It's going to be terrifying. Alright, corruption levels are coming down rapidly. Let's let Castle Tempelhof max out, so I won't spend any of the population surplus here. Here I will, because I do think it's really important to get Waldenhof's walls up. And we're going to have to leave... we're going to leave Gelt in this area for the moment. Just to make sure that we don't get like a chaos force coming down from the north. Okay, well, it looks like they intend to march on Marienburg again, so Karl Franz might be too busy to go after that Chaos Army after all. Well, that's fine. We're bringing people home.
I serve no master.
And next turn, we're going to get back that guy, right? Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous about how this is all going to turn out. But if we can deny this first push from Chaos, they'll fall back for a time, and then they'll come at us again later, even stronger. But that'll give us some time to focus on clearing out Norska. Dare I say, a period of comparative peace. Yeah, obviously, Karl Franz is moving to Marienburg now. Kislev has been obliterated, which is going to change our quest. Okay, now we have to raid Fort Jakova. Okay, Warmonger. I would say that that is a fair trade for Balthazar Gelt to have. Alright, let's send Gelt to Marienburg and see how that changes the plan for these guys.
Let's go.
Also, you need to head south.
Step to it.
Okay, Eilhart is properly walled. Marienburg is now level 3. We want to upgrade the harbor. That's an extra 500 money per turn, so let's not spend unnecessarily. Although, how expensive would it be to put up the trade building? 780? Yeah, let's keep pushing trade. We have a lot of trade agreements. Gelt hit level 21 at some point. We'll get him some steam tanks. That'll make that battle with Chaos go down a little bit easier, I bet. We still don't actually know that. It's 100% sure how steam tanks work in combat, but they have to be good. They're so expensive. They basically have to be good. Do I want to hire one for him? Oh, I moved to the city in March mode, right? I can't do it this turn.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire this day.
They would absolutely confederate. They would confederate because they're scared. They have some armies. Is he at war with those guys?
By Sigma's will,
He totally is.
coming.
Toddbringer, this is not a good time to be assaulting the Brass Keep. We all have bigger concerns right now. Alright, well, this is Salzenmund. Okay. With a massive Norscan force en route to Nordland shores, the Emperor must show that his reign is one of military strength, that none should doubt the power of the Emperor. He must drive the Norscan army back into the Sea of Claws, and for doing so he will receive the Reichland Runefang, which is fine. It's totally okay. We have to defeat a pretty easy force of Norskins, but there will be reinforcements, and the teleport cost is probably going to be quite low. I'm sure it won't be a problem. Alright, now that we've done this, he's going to just go lopping heads off, charging through these Chaos armies. So there were 3, right? There were 2 that were lagging behind and 1 that was leading the push. I didn't see what happened. Is this the 2 that were behind and the other one is in the dark over here? Or did one of the ones from the back break off and these guys just caught up to the ones that were in front?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know, and I'm nervous about that. Alright, so we'll pick up the road at Kemperbad. Try to make it over to Marienburg as quickly as possible.
The Empire.
What do we want Gelt to do? So right, we're not doing that just yet. Somebody needs to move to Magrita. We need to raid Fort Jakova. Gelt could do that. The region is pretty not that far away. And then he could try to push in from behind on the Chaos dudes. I mean, doing that's gonna get these guys mad at us.
Dare come at me making demands.
Man, they really do not care for us. And they almost don't care at all that we killed all those vampires.
Welcome, men of the Empire.
I was hoping plus 20 would be good enough. Well, we're still improving the situation with these guys. Oh, the greenskins are still alive. Well, they seem to be doing pretty well, actually. They hold a lot of territory. Maybe Karl Franz will be able to wipe out 5 greenskin armies after all, but that's a pretty distant concern. Alright, let's do 1 or 2 more turns here. I don't think I'm going to bother building anything else in Nuln right now.
Sigmar be praised.
Oh, so we're about to finish a technology. I don't even remember what technology. It feels like we've been working on it for a year, so... Okay, this is a clever play on their part. So they moved Norskins to... No, absolutely not. They moved Norskins to Marienburg to draw 1 army west as they were pushing toward our capital. Yeah, and then the Norskins aren't actually going to attack. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good tech to have gotten. Oh, man. Alright, so plus 10 leadership for all forces or minus recruitment cost for all forces. We are about to spend a lot of money recruiting, but I want this leadership bonus because we're about to be in a real fight. Alright, and you are not... Yeah, you are not the guy who has lightning strike, unfortunately. So what do we have here exactly? They're close enough that we can see them now. Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Chaos Warriors. Some fancy Regiment Renown dudes. Chaos Spawn are pretty scary. Don't have a lot of armor though. And they have a Hell Cannon.
No.
And then their backup army is pretty similar, except it has some fancier stuff. It has a lot of Marauders in it though. Yeah, there's 4 stacks of chaos. And they seem to be marching almost exclusively on me. They're kind of ignoring the other enemies. Alright, Marienburg has a huge garrison now. And his army is actually not very impressive. It may be that we could leave Marienburg to its own devices, and it would be okay. This will add... a mortar. That's pretty cool. It's 4 turns though. I don't know. 4 turns is a long time. I don't think it's actually going to get 4 turns. Alright, what was I working on with him? Oh, we can start down his own personal line now. Reichsguard, Great Swords. Minus 10% upkeep for all units. Yeah, okay, we should do this. And because we're not actually allied with Bretonia, we can't ask them to intercede here. But I honestly don't think that army beats Marienburg's army. Or beats Marienburg's garrison. Especially not if we are able to get another level on the walls. Which we will not. Yeah, I don't want to have to leave Franz here. He needs to come back and help.
Ready. Moving would be wise.
Alright, where's my witch hunter?
Yes.
I need my Witch Hunter to intervene here.
No, scum.
So Ludred Betos is pretty high level.
I think not.
Yeah, removing some of these dudes might actually
Seek out the heretics.
weaken these armies. Are there heroes in these armies? There's a hero in this army. We maybe could clip that guy, weaken that army a little bit. All right, let's try to burn this high-level lord. Ooh, we do not have much of a chance. Oh, somebody messed with these guys and screwed up recently. Here we go. This is a little better. Aw. He hasn't failed a roll in such a long time that I kind of forgot he could.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
Well, so if we ride out to meet these guys, we're gonna upset Toddbringer.
I command here.
I'm gonna trust the strength of Marienburg's garrison. And ride south. Maybe that's dangerous, but it's at 16 men right now. A lot of ranged units to fire from the walls, a couple units of knights. Let's start upgrading the port. I suspect we will not be allowed to actually finish it. And then we need to figure out what we're doing with Gelt, man. I guess Ostermark's opinion is not super important to me at this moment. Like they are not a massive threat.
Yes. On march.
Yeah, we'll move to Waldenhof, and then next turn we will head north. Alright. Leadership for heroes and lords and recruit rank for heroes. Stuff's all fine, I guess. Plus 15 armor for war machines. You know, we actually do have now some decent war machines. I think I might even take that. Plus 5 speed for infantry. That's not bad. We are using handgunners and stuff now a little bit more. Plus leadership when under siege. Great Swords, Empire Knights, Reichsguard, Knights of the Blazing Sun, and Demigryphs. We don't have a huge number of those things. Alright, thick tank plating. We're doing it. We're going all in. These steam tanks are going to be the thing that saves us all. I sure hope.
The Empire.
So Altdorf has a 20-unit garrison, including mortars and a steam tank and demigryphs and stuff. A ton of handgunners. I don't think they can take us. With the walls and a 20 stack of extra dudes, I don't think they can take us. See, I guess I'm not too worried about this. But when these armies catch up, it's going to start being a different story. As soon as Karl Franz gets over there, things are going to be better. So we moved all of our forces. Oh, you. You need to get way to the south. We can kind of get a little bit of an eye on what's going on with the Wood Elves. But obviously we're going to stick to the roads. We're going to take the most direct path. Alright, Volkmar, you're doing what you got to do. You are sitting in town. Oh, I should, he's the Castellan engineer. I should hire some cool new units for his territory. Yeah, wow, they're actually just gonna straight up siege the capital, huh? Well, I don't think that's a very good play on their part, honestly. Toddbringer is very focused on the wrong things right now. Yeah, you know what? I will take peace with you. Absolutely. Alright, well, they started raiding us, but at least they're not going to attack Marienburg. We're going to have to get back over there to deal with the rebellion pretty soon.
What?
So, like, are these guys... Okay, they are in reinforcement range. Yeah, you can see the little red line. But I would imagine that we will win that battle pretty easily. Why don't we try... Right, because they're on guard. Everybody's on guard now. Shoot. Alright. Just run home. Just run home. You'll be fine.
Who calls?
Well, we're going south.
Pick up the pace.
Let's get on the road to the south. The Bretonnians have not managed to get their entire realm under control. They're doing a pretty good job, though.
The instrument of Sigmar's will.
So do I just ride out and, like, we should crush these guys, right? He doesn't think so, but I think so.
To battle.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they should have ridden up that far. Ooh, that's some good armor. Are you... What's your armor? Okay, your armor actually does have a 10% ward save on it already. What about Karl Franz's armor? How good is his? He's not wearing any armor. Okay, let's solve that. So we broke that up. We should probably just ride out and
Sigmar's will.
punish them for their foolishness.
Heldenhammer.
Let's crush a couple of these guys. We actually can probably take that other army too. Yeah, I would think so. So our flagellants are really great. I'm not that worried about this. Maybe we should start working toward lightning strike. It is very valuable. Public order in local provinces. We are having a lot of problems that are related to corruption. We could also just buff up his actual combat prowess. No, wow, that's pretty nice. It's a big extra leadership aura. Yeah, maybe we'll start moving around along his yellow line. Because as much as I want lightning strike, I don't think that we're particularly like the stuff on the way there is not very good for us. I guess extra public order in his province is not terrible. Recruitment cost is not nothing. I'm not really worried about attrition. We've got attrition pretty well in hand. I wish that this had any effect on upkeep. Like maybe just the third point had a little bit of upkeep reduction. That would make it much more valuable. Yeah, alright, we'll go for this. He's going to be recruiting some fairly expensive units over the course of the game.
Fear my righteous fury.
Alright, I would love to have had military access before doing that. So Toddbringer's going to be mad about the trespassing. But, you know,
Wise indeed.
he wasn't handling his business, so we had to. What level did we get this? 15? Okay. Alright, so the Emperor can turn around. I guess we're going back to war with these dudes.
I am Prince and Emperor.
If they are still raiding next turn, I am going to run them down. Let's start building this. We're going to need it, apparently. Okay, what else needs doing?
The nation calls.
This guy is still headed for his army. Alright, and Gelt.
I am the supreme patriarch.
Oh, there's another Chaos army over here. It's not doing so hot.
By the comet, wind of Shaman, I will.
Oh, we can't quite get to him? Yeah.
Not while Morsleep hangs in the sky.
Interesting. What do we want to do about this? I'm pretty surprised by that. Okay, and next turn we'll be able to start building up the next level of the gate. What we could do is we could step out of the city and go into ambush mode in the hopes that he comes down here to try to press it.
You summon me. I am in ascent.
Let's see. Let's see if he's coming for us. Because if he is, we might be able to catch him off guard here and wipe him out. I don't know exactly how many armies of chaos to expect in this event. We've dealt with the worst of it, I think. Now that this push toward our capital is broken, it should be a lot easier for us to get into control. Unfortunately,
Greetings, fellow elves.
join your war against the Nagelfarglings? Yeah, sure. We're going to be at war with all the Norskins pretty much all the time. So the Nagelfarlings are, like, I think the upper right. Quest issued. There's always been a darkness about Volkmar. Not for nothing is he known as the Grim. Those who know Volkmar well, such as Karl Franz, realize that this brooding nature is a fierce internal piety, frustration that chaos still thrives, and a grim determination to purge the Empire's foes. Yet the office of Grand Theogenist has always attracted enemies, from both within and without. Volkmar, a man who has never suffered fools, has burned alliances and gained many opponents during Altdorf's courtly political games. So when the malicious rumors started to circulate about Volkmar's behavior, there were many suspects. The rumors were few at first, but have since spread like balefire. Volkmar communes with demons. The Grand Theogenist wishes to depose the Emperor. He is the arch-heretic. Wow, that's bad. Despite the Emperor's urging, Volkmar refused to waste time defending himself from such vapid gossip. Well, yeah, what's he going to do? He's going to, press release. No, I am not the arch-heretic. Please believe me. This played into his unseen enemy's hands, and now the Staff of Command, the symbol of the Grand Theogenist's august office, has been reluctantly taken and locked away by the Holy Order of Sigmar. Such is the feeling against Volkmar. Even Franz, his closest friend, is politically tied to remain a mere observer, while the witch hunters investigate the allegations, baseless as they are. Spurred on by strong support within the cult of Sigmar, Volkmar has at last decided he must act, and dispatches loyal warrior priests throughout the realm to track down the deviant rumor mongers. So deploy 3 heroes in 3 provinces owned by me. That actually should not be too difficult. Okay, Averland's about to have a freak out. What is up? I thought we were getting this under control. Alright, well, why don't we turn off taxation for a turn, and we'll host a Festag, and that'll catch that up. We're still taking -4 from corruption, even though corruption's pretty low now. It's coming down. We just need to buy a little bit of time. So yeah, they buzzed off. Now they're raiding Bretonia, which is Bretonia's problem.
By the comet.
And these guys have separated, which is maybe a really, really bad idea.
Evil be banished.
Although they've done a good job of separating. They've done a good job of standing just outside of our movement range, which is super annoying.
Tools of judgment ready.
Okay, and they're still on guard for 3 more turns, so we can't really mess with them. We have 2 heroes here, so we could deploy in this province and this province, and then we could pull one of Gelt's dudes. Yeah, so let's do this quest real fast. Can he actually? No, he cannot make it to Marienburg, so we'll do it here.
A wise move. This will help.
Deploy.
They will be judged.
You get to Altdorf and deploy. And then one of Gelt's heroes can step out of his army and deploy.
Let me talk to the flock.
Alright, we'll pick up the Barded Warhorse now. The Imperial Pegasus is almost available.
Do not waste my potential.
So if we convert him to movement mode... Yeah, Malefac's Hellcaster didn't realize how close we were, I think, because we went invisible.
Yes,
We can definitely
that will
jump him.
No peace, just war. I am ready.
That was a pretty good ambush, actually. And that moves our quest forward. Ensure that a Temple of Sigmar has been constructed. We're already good. While tending to the flocks, the warrior priests counter the rumors about their liege and spread words of truth, of Volkmar's faith and devotion to Sigmar. They also gather intelligence on the source of these lies, yet no instigator is found. All is not lost. There are a couple of possible leads. A few tales by wary villagers back in Reichland tell of priests of the wolf god Ulrich besmirching Volkmar's name. Tensions between the two cults are often fraught but cordial. However, ever since Volkmar and his archlectors voted against the R. Ulrich's candidate in the election for emperor, relations have been strained. I told you, this election, man. It's still causing problems for us. If the cult of Ulrich is spreading these fell rumors, then Volkmar will need the support of the archlectors once more, and we've actually done that already, so... Right, is that... Temple of Sigmar is one of the lower level versions of it, right? It's not the... It doesn't tell us what tier it is. Yes, okay, Temple. So we'll get that at the beginning of the next turn. And I think
Show me the accused.
that is probably going to be the end of the video. Did we move this guy yet this turn?
Let us forge
No.
our faith.
Actually, it might be faster to take a boat from here. We probably should do that. Okay, we'll go out to sea. Are all of our forces in basically the right place? Take some weapon strength. Yeah, Karl Franz is not in the most useful position right now.
All right.
Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, all of our armies are in pretty reasonable spots, I guess.
The righteous hammer of Sigmar.
We'll let these guys do whatever they want to do. I'm confident we can handle them. Toddbringer also would be able to handle them if he would just turn around and, try at all.
Blessings of Sigmar.
Volkmar's where he needs to be. Karl Franz is where he needs to be. Yeah, okay. So that is going to be us for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you are still enjoying the series as much as I'm enjoying making it. Come back next time. I think we're going to be able to break chaos over our knee, and then maybe enjoy a period of relative peace before chaos comes back for real. And we'll see you then.